and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we are talking about Hurricane Henri, which has now been upgraded to a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 75 miles an hour, minimum central pressure of 987 millibars, and is moving north at 21 miles per hour. So this storm is making landfall today. Let's go through some of the details yet again. So right now the cone is showing a landfall anywhere between Cape Cod and southeast Connecticut, as well as maybe even Montauk on Long Island. Now this storm is expected to become a tropical storm after landfall, after making landfall as a hurricane, and eventually going extratropical or post-tropical as it works through the region. This storm will deteriorate very quickly once it gets on shore. So here are the arrival time of winds with wind speed probabilities. So let's go through some of the major cities. So let's start off with Philadelphia, Sunday 2 a.m. New York City right around Sunday 8 a.m. Boston, same thing. Areas such as Portland, Maine, Sunday at 2 p.m. And then eventually the storm will work its way through. So let's move on here to the flash flooding potential. So if you are in the green, you have a 5% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance. That is a marginal risk. If you are in yellow, you have a 10% chance. That is a slight risk. And if you are in the red zone, which extends from Philadelphia all the way up through Connecticut, which includes Philadelphia, New York, Albany, and Hartford, you have a 20% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance. Here is the breakdown through Sunday morning, day 2 through Sunday morning, and day 3 through Monday morning. So you can see here that most of this is coming right in here. So let's move on here to the U.S. rainfall potential. Most of the area is going to be seeing 2 to 10 inches of rain depending on the area in which this makes landfall. So here is the NAM 3-kilometer model, which we have seen have some success with this storm in predicting its track. So the storm comes all the way north, and right within that cone it has it making landfall in Montauk and again in southeast Connecticut. This has us on the furthest west portion of the cone. Now that leaves most of Long Island and all of western Connecticut in the worst of the rain. So that continues to move through. Low pressure is now in northwest Connecticut and is stalling out now. So areas such as western Connecticut, western Massachusetts, southwest Vermont, and the Albany area of New York will see some extended periods of rainfall, albeit lighter, but it does add to the totals, especially furthest south where the storm made landfall. Now the storm eventually starts to make its way off to the east. Let's take a look at some of those total accumulated precipitation numbers, and you can see that those maroons are here, which means 6 inches of rain, and those yellows mean about a 8 to 24 plus inches. So we're probably going to be on the lower side of that, 8 inches possible in some spots, especially where the storm makes landfall right to the west of it. So let's move on here all the way back to the start and look at our intensities in terms of wind. So currently Category 1, the NAM shows this intensifying just a little bit, probably up to 80 to 85 miles an hour, makes landfall once, deteriorates just enough to become a very low intensity hurricane, which still means that widespread tropical storm force winds are going to be across all of Long Island, most of Connecticut, parts of Rhode Island, and even into Massachusetts, which is that yellowish tint. Now eventually the storm weakens all the way off and we are below 20 knots, which is about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So big news with this storm. Let's go to the key messages. So number 1, dangerous storm surge inundation is expected to begin late tonight or Sunday, so Saturday night or Sunday, in portions of Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts, where a storm surge warning has been issued. So we have the peak surge here, which is about 3 to 5 feet at worst. And residents in those areas should follow any advice given by local officials. There have been evacuation notices posted. 2. Hurricane conditions are expected to begin late tonight, Saturday night, or Sunday in portions of Long Island, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, where a hurricane warning is in effect. Tropical storm conditions will begin in these areas late Saturday night. 3. Heavy rainfall may lead to considerable flash, urban, and small stream flooding, along with potential for widespread minor to isolated moderate river flooding over portions of Long Island, New England, eastern New York, and New Jersey. 4. Swells from Henri will continue to affect much of the east coast of the U.S. during the next day or two. These swells could cause life-threatening surf and rip currents. So, my key message to all of you that are watching this: don't go outside unless you have to. There is going to be a lot of trees down. The Northeast is highly susceptible to a lot of damage from these storms due to their infrastructure. It's not geared for tropical systems, it's more geared toward other systems. So, we already have saturated ground. Fred dumped 2 inches of rain in like 12 hours in some spots. Add on to that, maybe even 6 more inches of rainfall plus strong winds. Trees are going to be coming down, not just snapping in half. The winds aren't strong enough to do that, but it's definitely possible that these trees get uprooted. So, the crews are going to have plenty of work at their hands. Don't make their jobs any more difficult by going out and making a fool of the whole situation. Stay inside. You've had time to prepare. I've been posting videos about this storm for the past week. So, stay home, stay safe, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.